Now here's a game that gives me some trouble. Every once in a while I was going through my list of games, I'd spot Shoukoushi Cedie in the list and go, wait, which game is that? Do I have that one? And obviously I do. It's just that this game is completely unmemorable. Shoukoushi Cedie is the Japanese title of the book Little Lord Fauntleroy. And I'm going to guess that many of you watching this video have never heard of it. However, it was one of the most successful children's novels of the Victorian period. It's fallen from memory because, frankly, it's not very good. But it was huge enough that every child from about 1890 to 1920 dressed as Little Lord Fauntleroy. The story is about an impoverished boy living in New York City who turns out to be the heir to an English estate. His grandfather comes to raise him as a proper English lord, but his mother initially refuses, and some Victorian-era life lessons are learned. In 1988, in Japan, a 43-episode-long adaptation of the novel was aired as part of the World Masterpiece Theater series. And this game is a direct tie-in to that. In fact, it says Famicom Drama on the box. The box also gives the full title as Super Adventure Boy Shoukoushi Cedie. And this is nominally an adventure game. I think it also counts as an educational game. Kind of. The plot of the game is that Fauntleroy, or Cedie as he's called in the Japanese version, has been taken to his grandfather's estate in England, and his grandfather has sent his mother away. So now Fauntleroy is going to search the countryside for her. Every town looks just like this. The exact same two-tiered U-shape. The doors may not always be there, and there are staircases that could be in a few different spots. But this is how most of the game looks. If you bump into something, this menu opens up, or you can hit the A button to do it yourself. And your three options are talk, play flute, or save. This game has a battery save, and if you choose to do that, then the game freezes afterwards. If you approach a door and hit talk, then you'll speak with whoever is inside there, and that's how you do most of your adventuring. In those encounters, you might have a few more options, like use, give, smile. Most of the time what you're going to be doing is following the directions to the next person, and then saying the correct thing to them or using the proper command, and then they'll tell you the next person to go to. The worst part of the adventure is that there are some actions that have random results. And for those, you just repeat the same action over and over again until you get the result that you want. You have to play a flute to get this guy to show up, but he doesn't appear consistently. Without a walkthrough or guide, you don't know that you need to keep trying. That's not the only time that this will occur either. It's really bad adventure design. In between towns, you'll find lots of people milling about, and most of them are your tutors who have been sent out to bring you back. If one of them intercepts you, you'll probably have to answer a quiz. Now these questions aren't too difficult. For the first few of them, I was genuinely answering them. But there's no penalty for getting a question wrong. So eventually I just started mashing my way through them. There's only two options, so it's not like it takes a lot of luck to get one question right. For some of the tutors, they do require that you get 3 questions right, and on very rare occasions, a tutor will just automatically send you back to the beginning of the game. In that event, you can take a train back to the last town that you completed. One more annoying thing about the quiz, there's only about 50 questions in the game. Even if you aren't just mashing through questions, you'll have about a dozen encounters between towns. So I was seeing repeat questions by the time I was half an hour in. In Japan, the game is known for being broken. Besides the quiz issues, apparently there's some scripting problems with the adventure. So you can do things like get a key twice and then use it in another place. Also, there's a lot of Dragon Quest references in the game, like a weapon shop you can visit, and there's a church that offers to heal poison. You can't use any of that, of course. All of these issues give Shoukoushi Cedie a reputation as one of the bottom Famicom games. Even at the time of its release, Japanese game magazines noted the poor quality. One review said that they thought that the game had been programmed in BASIC. It's often hard for me to judge an adventure game, just given the limitations of my format, but the flaws in Shoukoushi Cedie are really obvious. This one's a train wreck.